Hey guys, Carlo97 again, this time with a review of the 1/1 hard scale G cannon from the F91 movie. And this is a pretty old kit, all the way back from 1990, but believe me, it doesn't really show. For colors, these are identical to the ones of the heavy gun, and they're also kinda gym-like. Of course, this is kind of a descendant from the gym. So the overall body is pretty much a light, kind of minty green, but it's slightly more greenish than the color of the gym. Then we have red for the feet here, all the other red are stickers. And we have gray for the hands, the joints, and little details here and there. Also, what I really like is the ankle here is also molded in gray. That's really nice. Kits like the Hybrid 7th Century Gym didn't do it. Even the Musgrave Gym doesn't have the mechanical detail inside the ankle molded in gray. So for a kit from 1990 to do that, that's awesome. And as a cherry on top, we get a clear green visor. So for the colors, so far, so good. And we get to the stickers, and we get quite a lot of them. But hey, it's an old kit. Red, like I said, everything other than the feet, all stickers. We have the crotch, one here, one for the cockpit, and we have the ones here on the chest that go all the way to the side, the red ones that wrap around the machine cannons, and that's all for the red. Then we have these yellow triangles here. If you want to paint them on, tough luck, these are not molded in. Same goes for these stickers here on his cuffs. Not molded in, you'll have to use the stickers. Also, you get actually some more yellow triangles, and these go on here. Funnily enough, these are molded in, even though the rest isn't. So, well, you could paint these, or you can just put the stickers on there. And those are the normal peel-off stickers, and then we get to water slide decals. This is something you don't see with modern kits anymore, but as you can see, you get quite a nice assortment of them. So really cool that these kits did that. For 1990, once again, that's really superb. Now let's put these two away and get on with the articulation. So as we have the machine cannons, go up and down. Fortunately, these fantastic behemoths also limit the head. It's on a peg, so it doesn't go side to side. It goes up and down a little bit, but can't really turn around. A little bit like that. But like I said, these antennas do collide with the machine cannon, so it's not going to be turning around. Or maybe he can. Just wait a second. And these arms turn around, go up quite nicely like so. We'll turn around above elbow, bend not quite 90 degrees, and hands will turn around, wiggle around. These are on ball joints, so we'll do everything a ball joint does. Then the hands, these are the typical 90s hands. You have the bottom three fingers molded together on a hinge, then you have the trigger finger separately, also on a hinge, and the thumb is stationary, just like the Wing kits and the G Gundam kits, and also the Gundam X kits. Of course, these are different hands. Then the waist actually goes forwards and backwards a little bit if you extend it. It's a really cool feature, and will also turn around all the way if you extend it enough. Yep. Then these side skirts go out all the way like that. Unfortunately, yeah, they don't really have to do that. The legs don't go out nearly as much. Front skirts molded separately. Give the legs a nice range of movement. Then we get to the knees, and this is where I have to, well, point a little thing out. Just like the heavy gun, the knees originally don't have much bend. They go about 90 degrees, but if you're willing to do a little bit of modification and cut away these two pegs here, as you can see, they are connected in the back with two pegs and in the front with two pegs. If you cut away those, you suddenly get full motion. And if you leave a little bit on it, and when you bend the leg back in, they will click back together, so it's still a very sturdy connection. So take your pick. You either have 90 degrees if you're a bit iffy about cutting it away, or the entire 180 when you're willing to do a little bit of modification. I really suggest doing that because it definitely increases the maneuverability a lot. Then we get to the feet. Go forwards, backwards, side to side. It's on a ball joint, so we'll have a decent amount of maneuverability. Then, just like the knee, you could actually kind of increase this. I think I haven't done this yet, but what it is you get two two pegs here and then two pegs a little bit higher up. So I think once again, if you were to cut those pegs, you would once again give this somewhat more articulation. However, I am a little bit afraid that this might affect the stability of the kit, so that's why I haven't done it yet. Also, I have only one of these, so yeah, and they're quite hard to come by, so I don't want to risk it. Then we now get to accessories, and that is unfortunately where this kit completely missed the ball. We get 2 extra pieces, and instead of adding, these are actually for removing. What they do is you remove the machine cannons, then you put these where the cannons went. Yeah, and that is all you get. Seriously. No, that's the other one. So yeah, those are some fantastic accessories you get. And now the head does have a little bit more movement. If you extend it a little bit, it will eventually go around all the way. Now it's getting blocked by this annoying part. Like I said, now it turns around all the way, kinda. So yeah, accessory-wise, not quite as great. However, you can of course kind of forgive it because it already comes with quite a nice assortment of weapons on it. You of course have these giant machine cannons, which are really fantastic. But yeah, they also go a little bit left and right. But yeah, you have these giant machine cannons, then you have the double beam guns on the arms, and then you of course have the standard Vulcans. However, it wouldn't have been as bad if the manual, let's grab it, didn't show you that the beam rifle was also part of his standard equipment. But hey, you don't get it. You'd have to borrow it from a heavy gun, and of course a heavy gun only comes with this as an accessory, so if you take that from the heavy gun, well then your heavy gun doesn't have any accessories left. So yeah, putting that in there. Of course it works, but yeah, and the poor heavy gun doesn't have any weapons. However, fortunately enough, this is pretty much the size of a 144 scale kit, so most of the new weapon sets Bandai puts out will work with this guy, or any of the Kotobukiya weapons, or pretty much any spare 144 scale weapon, like this Jesta beam rifle here, is a perfect fit. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, really. Or the katana here from Kotobukiya, which is also a perfect fit, so yeah, you're gonna have to be a little bit creative if you want him to be completely armed. As always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Well, for 800 yen, even though the accessories aren't all that great, I'd say this is still a definite yes. It's the first of the F91 kits, but I think this is by far the best of them all. Coloring, really nice. Articulation is also pretty fantastic for a kit of that time. It just looks really, really cool. And of course, have the water slide decals, the normal seals. So overall, not too many bad things to say about it, other than, of course, the obvious lack of accessories. But hey, it's 800 yen. You still have some budget to buy some of the extra add-on kits. So yeah, for some size comparisons, just to show off how small this really is, here's a 144 scale unicorn, and head height, it's actually bigger. Fantastic. Then, once again, the gem and the heavy gun. Finally, let's compare them with another standard size mobile suit. Here we have an orange dual. As you can see, it's a pretty small one. Well, that's all for this review, and see you at the next one. Oh, not over yet, a final piece of interest, for some maybe. These thingies here on his thighs can be removed and will reveal a small polycap. Now, I haven't found anything that really fit in there, but it might be of some use to people who like to do kid bashes.